My name is Sean, and this is my stream. It's the 1st of December, if you didn't remember. I gotta adjust this thing, man. On Friday, I was in comfy pants mode, man. I was in pajamas. I was a pajama mama. And I had to put the camera quite low, point it right down at a big recline. Happy time, Sean. Man, I really wanted to just hit diamond, but it's the 1st. It's the 1st of December, that is. It's the 1st of December. Remember the 1st of December. The day at which our ladder rank was reset. I don't really mind the frequent resetting. I mind the full extent of complete and total existential nothingness that is modern ladder systems. All good dogs. The best dog there ever was. Thanks for the 5 subs this fine Monday. How are you? How are you doing, you beautiful humans? How are you? What is going on? What is going on in the lives? Bork, bork. Oh, all dogs. Pat. Pat, 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 pat. There you go. There you go. What a good dog. What a good dog! You're playing the new historic format. Dude, I gotta be honest with you. I am straight up a standard dude. Straight up a standard dude. I think we're going to do some... Let me export this one. I'm going to do some Jeskai decks. Wrong button. Import. Do I have 2 Jeskai Fires lists? Nice. Whatever. I have 2 Jeskai Fires lists. This is fine. Also Jeskai Fires. I want to talk to you. Talk to you beautiful people a little bit. I want to talk to you a little bit about Jeskai Fires. Let's actually just take a look at this list, because I feel like this one is a pretty basic construction. As many of you know, one of the decks to beat is the Jund Sacrifice and Golgari Sacrifice decks. And the way that those decks function is they summon a cat, Cauldron Familiar. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent, not target opponent, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. You can sack a food as payment to return Cauldron Familiar from your graveyard to the battlefield. Alright? So if we have a way to generate a lot of food, we can get a whole lot of Cauldron Familiars. We have the Witch's Oven. And there's very important language on this. That it kind of fascinates me that this deck only exists as a result of this very specific language. The language is tap, comma, sacrifice a creature, colon. Create a food token. If the sacrifice creature's toughness was 4 or greater, create 2 food tokens instead. First of all, let's appreciate that it's very flavorful. You shove the creature in the oven to create some food. Awesome. But the thing is, imagine Witch's Vengeance, the card that's incidentally here. No one plays this card because it's not good and constructed, but let's imagine it's here. Imagine someone casts Witch's Vengeance. What happens? Witch's Vengeance then goes on the stack. It's floating in the air. The mana has been spent. The magical energies of the Witch's Vengeance are ready to descend upon the battlefield, giving everything -3/-3. When that happens, it's on the stack. Therefore, what I can do is I can see one of my creatures, and I can maybe buff it with something, make it larger. And then that goes on top on the stack. This thing resolves, my response resolves first, and then boom. Witch's Vengeance, the magical energies of it descend upon the battlefield. My creature stays alive. It's all well and good. If Witch's Oven said tap, and then it said colon, and it said sacrifice a creature, then create a food token, what would happen is that the tapping effect of sacrificing target creature, that would go on the stack. So then the target of the Witch's Oven might be on some creature. And what I could do is I could then, in response, kill that creature. So the target would get removed. You see that? Again, the effect, if it was tap, and then it said colon, sacrifice target creature. If sacrifice target creature was an effect, effects go on the stack. But you know it does not go on the stack? Costs. Costs do not go on the stack. So in other words, when you tap and sacrifice a creature, you can never prevent Cauldron's Familiar from getting sacked to the Witch's Oven. You can never prevent the Cauldron Familiar from getting sacked to the Witch's Oven, because sacrifice a creature is a cost, and costs do not go on the stack. If sacrifice a creature was an effect, you could interact because effects go on the stack. So, in general, anytime you see something in the video game of Magic the Gathering, Cauldron, what the hell? It's not a cauldron, and I spelled it wrong. Whenever you see something that is part of a cost, that's often a spot where you should keep your eyes to and go, ooh, this could potentially be very, very strong. So the important thing is that when there are effects, you can respond to effects. When there are costs, you can't. So the Witch's Oven and Cauldron Familiar decks are currently, I would say, a dominant idea. Not like the #1 deck in the meta. Actually, Jeskai Fires is one of the strong decks in the meta, but I think understanding its importance comes from understanding the Cauldron Familiar setup. The Cauldron Familiar and Witch's Oven does two things. First of all, it creates a source of endless pinging. I play the Cauldron Familiar to heal and zap you, and then heal and zap you, and heal and zap you, and I use the Oven to keep sacking and bringing it back, right? So it is a way to win the game in and of itself. But the second thing that the Cauldron Familiar Oven combo is very good at is you can block a scary, scary creature with the Cauldron Familiar and then sack it to the Oven, preventing that creature's damage from hitting you. And so the Cauldron Familiar Oven is an extremely sturdy blocker, in addition to being a win condition and getting a little bit of incidental heal. That finally brings us all the way over to this Jeskai Fires list. You get Fires of Invention out, so you don't have to spend any mana to cast the creatures. The following turn, on turn 5, you ideally slam a Cavalier of Flame for free, slam a Cavalier of Gales for free. So now you have a large flyer and a large groundy boy, and you give both of them haste using this Cavalier of Flame's ability. And this is the way that this deck gets around a lot of the Cauldron Familiar's strengths, is that you have this very thick flyer, the Cavalier of Gales, in the air, hitting in the skies. One of the big innovations post-ban of Oko is this Sphinx of Foresight. It's incredibly good not just at fixing draws, because if it's in your opening hand, you can reveal it and then scry 3 to set yourself up to get the Fires of Invention. It's not only good because it is a flyer, which, as we've already established, is very strong at getting around the strength of the Cauldron Familiar Oven shit, but also it can be played on the same turn as the Fires of Invention. So you bonk down Fires of Invention as spell number 1, and then play the Sphinx of Foresight as pump number 2. So this is a really nice addition to Jeskai Fires that has come up. And the game plan is relatively simple. Get Fires of Invention down, and then win with primarily Cavalier of Flame, hasting a bunch of other things. You also have a Kenrith to do another essential functionality in this deck. Notice that the 1 red, all creatures gain trample and haste until end of turn. A lot of people focus on haste, but the trample is a very, very substantive line of text on there. So I'm really interested to try this deck out. There's this build, and then there's another one that I just net decked, and I'm curious what is different about this one. It doesn't run as many Sphinx of Foresights. It looks like it also runs a couple of cheaper removal spells. If we back up a little bit and look at this Jeskai Fires list, our early removal is just the Bonecrusher Giant and the Deafening Clarions. That's really it in terms of our early stability. And then we just hope to kind of recover with maybe a Time Wipe, but we primarily just try to blow out. This other list, a more recent one, has 1 less Bonecrusher Giant, same number of Deafening Clarions, but it also runs 2 Prison Realms, 2 Lava Coils, Justice Strike. So this is pretty interesting. I'll run whichever one y'all be interested in. Whichever one y'all have interest in. Just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about that. Now, before we wind up going into there, I just want to say thanks, All Good Dogs and ATM of Ruin, for the 5 and 10 gifts, respectively. with 5 and 10 gifts, respectively. This one seems to have a little bit more sensible boarding in there. I like the early game removal. I like this Narset as kind of a cute additional way. The Narsets appear to be a cheaper and very similar functionality to the Sphinx of Foresights. I'm gonna get my pillow. Went from a pillow. All good dog says, Narset seems to make sense to limit your opponent from getting out lots of cards and spells to get an advantage over you, not having more than 2 spells per turn, eh? I'm actually going to say only sort of. I'm going to say only sort of. I think this hand is not good because, really, this is such a Fires-dependent deck. Hey, Draven, thanks for the 200 bits. Yeah, I'd only say that the fact that our opponents can't draw is only kind of valuable here. It's only kind of valuable here. How brave are we? I'm going to get rid of the bursty guy and focus more on our blue cards, even though we only have 1 blue source. This we can already cast, but these help me find valuables. I'd say only sort of due to the fact that there are not especially many. Excuse me, there's not especially many decks in the meta right now that draw lots of cards. Trail of Crumbs, for instance, does not draw cards. You look at the top 2 cards and then you put a card that is a permanent from those into your hand. There's just not a lot of card draw-y things in there. By the way, so this is a relatively ideal position to be in, being able to play this Narset. Also, given that we see some Simic, this deck often does... Oh, it's Teamer Fires. Never mind. Yeah, see, notice that this is look at the top, put 2 of them into your hand. There's a lot of cards like this. So, this makes cards like Narset a bit weaker. Meditate. Fuck. Alright, well. That might be it. Teamer and Simic tend to draw quite a bit, so. Rise HS says, have you given any thought to Jund as a Fires deck, specifically? For a couple play patterns, like Fires into Death Sprout? Haha! You draw 3 cards and then put 2 cards from your hand on top. Holy shit, our opponent just undrew a substantial number of cards. Oh, that is glorious. Oh, that is, like, legitimately so great. Yeah, I'll do this. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Specifically for a couple play patterns like Fires into Death Sprout to ramp to 5 on your Fires turn, or Fires into Vraska. Vraska being able to hit an opponent's oven, make her seem fairly strong. Fires makes Escape the Wilds feel like a very real spell. I feel like there's some definite merit there. There's some definite merit there that makes it really interesting.
Rise, my elemental friend.
So this is gonna die, but I think this is a fine thing to play. There could also be a Bonecrusher Giant in there, so maybe what I do is not that. That actually makes sense in a teamer list, so I think I'm going to not swing with this, because I think this is a pretty powerful position to be in. Alright, well, I mean, the play is pretty clear. Fires of Invention goes to the bottom. This Fires of Invention comes right on out. I can't quite give my dude haste. I'm gonna wait a sec on that. So my opponent can't do anything about that one, so I'm just gonna bonk this Nissa. And then next turn I can, like, Cavalier, Deafening Clarion, and swing for a shitload of life gain. That is great. There's no forests here. Oh, hello, beautiful. I missed you today. Saw a friend this morning, so I was a little bit late. Forgive me. You are a very, very cute little cat, huh? This is just the goodest little cat. Well, Casualties of War is still a few turns off. Because remember, my opponent does not actually have an ability to do anything about this. So, let's play this first, just kind of see what's there. Sphinx of Foresight here, huh? I think I want something even juicier than that. I'll do this free one, please. Discard the Fires of Invention. Hey, what are you doing? Prison Realm is an interesting one. But I still am going to have to do this. So this, we're going to do this for free. And we're going to do both effects. So if let's count after we've done it. Alright. Looks like I have 1 billion damage. Perfect. Sweetie kitten, what are we doing, huh? I have the cutest cat in the whole wide world. All Good Dog says, I want to thank you for making sure that I 100% get a cat whenever I move to a place where I'm allowed to have a cat, because the idea of having sweet little princesses in a box next to me while playing games is very happy. You're coming to the box. This be. I have to sideboard. Come on. Here, get in the box. No, not against the box. Into the box. You're on my mouse still. Why are you being so cute? Okay, I'm gonna... Excuse me, I need my mouse. Alright, so... Probably want this. Do I want Teferi? Teferi's good with Fires of Invention, generally. So I'll probably hold on that one. What do we cut here? What did we see? We saw a Gales. I don't think there's going to be terrifically many small dudes like this. I kind of want to cut a lot of these. Like this is where my heart is telling me. Probably this. Something like that. We have to be very careful. Be very, very careful. Oh my god, yes. 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 I'll submit both of these. Onto the stack goes Scry 3, Scry 3. Different from Scry 6. Scry 6 allows me to look at the top 6 and... Okay. Oh, God, I'm gonna be so greedy here, huh? Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Teferi's pretty freaking good, man. I need the land. I think I say no to this and yes to these two, and then take a peek at the next one. That's very, 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 very good. Yes, in that order, please. Alright, I really like Sphinx of Foresight. Boom! Do I run 27 lands in case I lose fires? I have no idea. Let's find out. I run 27 lands. Did I net deck this? Maybe yes. Maybe no. Who can even tell anymore? Hello! Oh, that hurts a bit. Despy, come into this box. This is a premium box. One of the finest boxes we have. Who's gonna flop? Is it gonna be you? I probably could have waited a turn. Mystical Dispute, I'm not entirely sure are good cards to run in Fires versus Fires. And when I say I'm not entirely sure, I genuinely mean I'm not entirely sure. Hey, stop biting Dad. That's right. That's right, don't mess with Cat Dad. He'll tell you to just stop, please. Well, that actually does legitimately suck. Not entirely sure what the purpose of this is. Like, what does this do? I mean, we're almost certainly dead. Makes fires worthless? How?
The land fights for us.
How does it make fires worthless? Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. None of these are activated abilities. Well, that helps us actually some. I mean, I feel like it's only Cavalier of Flame. I also have Teferis, so that's a relatively easy bounce. Cavalier of Flame's a mana ability. It's not. It just says creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste till end of turn. A mana ability is an ability that's like tap, add 1 blue or whatever.
The land shall conquer you.
So I'm looking mostly dead here. Well, don't I feel like a dum-dum? I'm just gonna chuck out. Sideboarding is always rough for me when I've just jumped straight into a deck. Oh yeah, this is a good board. This is a good board plan. Probably should have seen that earlier. Probably don't want the counter spells because I'm going to be jamming my fires pretty soon. Is this actually better for us than some of our other choices? Like if I did like this, is this better? Maybe this is better. Do I know any Jund lists? I don't. I mean, like, I genuinely think that Casualties of War is, like, stunning in this meta. Like, very, incredibly, very good. Yeah, Jesus, that hand's amazing. Do I do this? I think I should get rid of that, like, right away. I think I actually should have been more aggressive about playing these types of things forward. Hello! The only counter that could exist is Quench. So we expect it to be a growth spiral. And we're gonna Teferi to just, like, woo! Get that shit out. Bang. Essence Capture is on creatures, so that technically would work, but no legitimate big concerns of mine. I would rather have this one countered by a Mystic Dispute. Ang8811 says, Growth Spiral seems like a very not good card for a Fires deck. I'd say broadly, I think that that is a sensible analysis. Issa. Whoa. Gales. Alright, well.
I know my responsibility.
Be gone!
I am not making this up as I go.
Woohoo! Whoa! Whoa! My name is Day Night and I always get there. Yeah! Maybe I should tweet that I'm live. Whatever, let's have a Secret Monday stream. Screw maximizing value. I'm over that shit, man. Well, our opponent has just died. What-do-you-do-do? I always forget about the center of the battlefield effect. It doesn't matter, though, because I'm going to do this. Ta-da! Bang, 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 bang. Because we got this, we can pump, and pump. Ding and a bong and a boom. Give me them pips. Sudden death. Yeah, it's a gross deck. By the way, if any of you hear that, it's because my heater's on. I'm cooking, my cats are cooking, we're all cooking. We're good looking. This is not good enough because I don't have the white source. This is just genuinely terrible because I only have 1 mana. There it is! Oh, nope, not you. I'll keep the value card. Look at all the scrying that your pal Sean gets to do. Digruse. It seems to be raining a lot in the Bay Area. That good. When I lived out there, it was getting really dry, but I lived in the way east Bay. Dude, yeah, no, I used to just make the drive between... Let me get me over here. There we go. I used to make the drive between San Francisco and Los Angeles with some frequency. I just like the drive. And it was really weird driving by the San Luis Reservoir again and again. And seeing, like, the water level just getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. This appears to be the Azorius control deck. This is just counter all your shit. Yeah, it's crazy when you just see how much the water's just going. It's just like literally there's not enough water in... yeah, there's just literally not enough water in California. It's weird. Absorb! Dang, 8811 says, I think Dana is the first man in the world to like driving on the I-5. Yeah, I actually do. I legitimately do. It's because I can talk to myself a lot. Yeah! Ooh! Is my Sphinxy Lass gonna smash on the ground? Of course not. Cerberus says, do you think Lavinia Azorius Renegade has place in this meta? Let's see here. Lavinia Azorius Renegade. Alright, I have a sensation I'm going to be doing this a lot. What does this card do? Legendary creature, human soldier. Each opponent can cast non-creature spells with converted mana cost greater than the number of lands that player controls. If your opponent casts spells, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. What? That's a very weird card. Each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with converted mana cost greater than the number of lands that that player controls. So that first thing doesn't do anything, right? The first one doesn't do anything because they'll never cast spells with converted mana cost greater. Second one says, whenever opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. Counter that spell, so they would just opt to not do that until they removed it. No, Lavinia seems like it essentially does nothing against fires. Seems like it essentially does nothing against fires. It's all yours, my friend. This will get countered. It's plausible that there's a Mystic Dispute in that hand, but I doubt it, so I'm just gonna draw 2. My game plan has been so straightforward. I just literally just play cards until my opponent runs out of shit. Oh! Actually, it says, it counters any spell you play with fire because the spell will cost 0. You get to choose how much the spell costs. You get to choose. So we're going to play this first because we can haste it. And our opponent has played in such a way that looks like there is a counterspell available. My name's Sean, and I'm fucking wrong, dude. Brazen Borrower. You got it. Yeah, you can just pay the mana if you want. Yeah, Fires is a May cast. So it shits on my life when I play that spell. Alright, let's count them. 2 Dovin's Vetoes, 2 Absorbs, a Mystical Dispute to boot. I'm a Brazen Borrower! What? FS Forward Sounds is 3 hearts to the best community ever. At 27 months. That's a 3x9. Need to be nearly out of counters by now. I think there's still... Let's see. There's definitely 2 more Absorbs in the deck. I think there's 2 more Mystic Disputes in the deck. I mean, whatever. My opponent is about halfway through the deck. This is one of the key win conditions of this. I'm going to ditch the Time Wipe. I don't give a shit about that. Brazen Borrower! I've got reeds, baby. Ow, ow. Yeah, this is like such a strong card in these kinds of decks. So, first things first. It's me! Goodbye, guys. That would very much so surprise me if that was another counterspell. Oh, okay, so it's not going to be using the Chemister's Insight, so I suppose that that card that's in hand is probably a Gadwick or a Finale of Glory. It's me, Fires of Invention. It was a Dovin's Veto. Ooh, I got a Castle Vantress! Ooh! Boom! Bam! Firing that one off. Our opponent essentially has to be on Brazen Borrower Chemister's Insight mode time. I don't need this. I don't need that one. Brazen Borrower! No, it's probably going to be a Castle Vantress in this or some such combination. What do you know? Boom! And then I guess he is going to try to play this to end me. So we're going to go ahead and literally step so high into the air that we will stomp the Brazen Borrower onto the ground. Like a bully. Cracked in the teeth. Clunk. I still don't feel the worst about our position. It's me, the Cavalier of Gales. Well, it appears my mana was not tapped in such a fashion as to help me out in any regard. I want that one back, and I want that one back. Yeah. Am I gonna Teferi into Teferi?
Longer.
You can bet your entire canary. My opponent can no longer counter things.
I give that idea. This isn't a fight you can win.
Keep this one, thank you very much.
Don't worry, I got this.
This is off. Get thee to the bottom. Nay! Ooh, we're gonna get some double Vantress action. Can you see how the power of positive thinking has guided us to a winning position right now? The power of positive thinking, the power of positive Sean. Motherfuck. I just got rid of that. Ugh. Ugh. Well. Well, fuck.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
That sucks a lot. I think we might have died. Let's see what this will bring. Is this actually legitimately just non-creatures? Well, fuck. Whoopsie doopsie. Alright, let's get that one out of there. Well, I wish I'd switched some orderings on this one. Yeah, I'm just get me out of here. At least we have a super basic sideboarding thing. Alright, there's that sound bug, because this game always is going to have that. Alright. God, that is obnoxious. I think it's a big flash in the meta. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Yeah, no, I think bouncing the Prison Realm was a mistake. For all y'all getting all hot and bothered by the play, I just think it's an error. I think it's as simple as that. Would Bonecrushers been better than Planar Cleansings? I think super no. My opponent has Prison Realms, creatures, and Planeswalkers. So, I don't think that we can just yeet it out on turn 6 and confidently succeed, but I think it's a very good card to just have. Not a big fan of Bonecrushers in this situation. Great. This first, and then any order with the land is basically fine. Like, this is just a very difficult card to counter in this situation. I mean, what is absolutely a possibility is I play this, and then this gets bounced by a Brazen Borrower at end of turn, but given that this has not happened, I mean, this is an incredible situation to be in. I believe this will be countered, but I think that's fine. What tier would you give this Azorius control deck? Probably 1. I just think it's a very, very strong deck. I think on this turn we don't do anything, because the only way that Morgul can deal with this board, the only way, is with a time wipe on this turn.
this.
The dead dude.
Trust me, I have a plan.
All right. Alright, so I do this. I do this. Just set my draws up nicely. I don't want to set them up. I maybe don't actually need to kill this Teferi, but Legion Warboss continues to be an animal in versus control decks. It's plausible that the correct answer was to just never play anything until my opponent main phases a response. I am a very powerful badger. Alright, what do we do, huh? Alright, well, we're chilling. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna hang on to that one. Oh. There's no turn 2 play that threatens me, so we're gonna get that one out first. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, this is probably a terrible keep. Whatever. Oh, yeah. Alright. Nothing? No land? No nothing? Okay. Hello, it's me, the Legion Warboss. Ta-da! Quickly, bounce it with a brazen bower! Alright, our opponent is, like, totally screwed here, man. Ta-da! Da-da-da! Boom! Alright, we won the game, everyone. Congratulations, we're the best player here. We're unstoppable, indestructible, imperceptible. And totally ductile. Alright, well, looks like our 1-1 is about to win us the game. I think we Narset, because there's enough mana for a Mystic Dispute that I would then Mystic Dispute. Let's counter the Mystic Dispute.
There are so little thoughtfulness before action.
I fucking hate Narset in this stupid deck! I hate Narset! I hate her! I like the Sphinx of Foresight more. Cool. Playing this one first, because Morgul, like, has to have the answer. Or else it's death. Get in there! Yeah! And every turn that we're preventing Morgul from smashing out the Chemister's Insight, the better. Well, I mean, this is just a beating and a half. This has to be absorbed, which again prevents this from coming out.
You'll thank me later.
I guess it's gonna be this.
I'll protect you.
I really want to just bounce the glass casket and continue to smash the ground. How's our Power Hot champion doing on this marvelous Monday? I pulled a muscle in my neck, which hurts and sucks.
Hey,
In that
was
order.
uncalled for.
It hurts a lot. And there is a consistent pain bringer. Shit. The way I've discovered there is one consistent thing that keeps pulling my neck Aroni. Consistent thing that keeps pulling my neck. Do you want to know what it is? Because I want to tell you what it is. I have a really deep couch. Really deep couch. I bought the incorrect couch. And so, like, the armrest is really high on it. It's about the same as the back. So I sit in the corner, and I'm not going to lift my left arm because it's this side that's pulled. But actually, I can just lift it up like this. So I like, have my arm like this. And then I have this arm on the back, and I'm sort of leaning in there. And then when I go on a TV bender, which is what I did on Thanksgiving, you got it. Does not know that we have a plane of cleansing.
Right on schedule.
Oh. Oh. Time for a booster cushion. Well, it's just an uncomfortable couch overall. So what I do is actually just
Want me to phase you out of
roll
time?
this chair out. Watch that way. Our opponent is like real screwed right now. Pass the turn, Morgul, because if you do, you're dead. Getting a new couch soon? Fortunately not. Woohoo! Okay, so that does not do much for us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there like a YOLO play I want to go for?
I've got time.
I should do it in this order. Doesn't especially matter. Oh shit, I thought it... Oh, whatever. It's all fine. It all turned out great. Magical Trevor. Happy 94 months. Everyone loves Magical Trevor. Because the tricks that he does. Ever so clever. Look at him now, disappearing the cow. Where is the cow? Hidden right now. Taking a bow, it's Magical Trevor. Everyone has seen that the trick is clever. Submit 0. Look at him there with this leathery whip. It's made of magic and with a little flick. Yeah, the cow is back. Yeah, the cow is back. Back from his magical journey. What did he see in the parallel dimension? I'm just like singing this song that's actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's like a little bit annoying. But it's like really catchy and annoying. He saw beans, lots of beans, lots of beans, lots of beans, oh beans. Squish McNut with the 65. Staying alive. This is not a great hand, but, you know, I got the double scry. I got the emergency Clarion. Blast from 11 years ago, man. Hell yeah. I may as well just start saying some real old school ones, like shiggity shiggity shwa. Meow. I wish to go on the hunt. You're a strange person? No, I'm just a person who knows a lot of shit that happened in those early days. Like, before people were debating GIF and GIF, people were debating Swift versus SWF. Ooh. How are the baby cats doing? Despy's been a little uppity lately. She's been just a little bit of an uppity lady. Just want to make sure she's doing okay. No! So, I've been trying to give her a lot of attention. The apartment's kind of messy, and she doesn't like it when the apartment's messy. Holy shit, I suck an incredibly large amount. Whatever, man. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. Literally, it's color-coded for people like me. I'm putting on my warm, fuzzy slippers, man. Because my socks are a little bit wet. Because it's a little bit rainy outside. And I had to sploosh a little bit. Small boat. Let's get the Papa Bear slippers on. Here we go. It's time to get a good old case of Toasty Foot. Good old Toasty Foot. It's going to go ahead and enter tap. We're going to play this for free. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Do your worst. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Comes the damage. Boom. Taken 2. What are you gonna do? God, I love these flip-flops. These little slippers are so good. They're actually terribly constructed. Like, you can't even stand in them properly. But I don't think I'm supposed to stand in them. I think I'm supposed to just sit down in them.
Go ahead. Beg for mercy.
Oh, this guy wants to kill me straight up with a Cauldron Familiar, huh? Alright, Cavalier of Flame, here we go. Doop. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and discard a lot. It's time to just completely YOLO it with Cavalier of Flame Boo. You love to see it, huh? You know, I'll take a peek. Look at Sean there with his pleathery, leathery whip. It's made of magic and with a little flick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Day9 is back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Day9 is back. Back from his magical journey. What did he see in the parallel dimension? This goes here. This goes here for the guaranteed kill. Groove Mastery says, as a UI engineer, I pronounce it ooey. Yeah, because there's ooeys and gooeys. Alright. My opponent has pseudo-makey to mistakey, but not fully. Because notice there's no food out on the battlefield. There's food out on the battlefield. It SX Frosty could potentially go for the bring a thing back, pay a buck, get back a dude. Valmire Knief. And if it's a pass, move on with life, then that's death. Absolute death. Alright. Yes. One, two, three. God damn it. Goodbye. Gilius's Cauldron mine pronounces gooey. Gooey, which makes me upset. I absolutely say gooey. I'm saying it right now, man. Ugh. Okay, so what do we want to do? So I think the Justice Strike we get out. Deafening Clarion and Time Wipe do not do the most. This is like okay. I basically want as many exile thing effects as I can. Raiden 11 says, I was sitting here thinking to myself, what is the purpose of this deck? Then that happened. Yeah. Yeah, it's, it all of a sudden takes him from Robusto to Busto. Look at Day9 there with his pleathery, leathery whip. It's made of magic and with a little flick. Yeah, 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 the cow is back. Yeah, I'm gonna do this because these cat decks struggle when you're a wide boy. Gilius says, I've never heard it until that one guy. I'm a programmer and studied it as well. Never heard Gooey until that guy. I know I say Gooey. And I also like the song Gooey by Glass Animals. It's a very catchy tune. Look at him there with... But I'm gonna keep it anyways. Yeah, 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 the Sphinx is back. Yeah, 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 the Sphinx is back. Back from his magical journey. What did he see? Look at that. Fix my draw. In the parallel dimension. Dun, 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 dun. He saw beans, lots of beans, lots of beans, lots of beans. Oh, fuck, that song is like, it's so fucking good, man. Trail of Crumble. Doink. I don't need any of those Temple of Epiphs. Dunbar says, what does it mean for a magic card to be graded? Grading is... for a magic card to be graded, it's essentially an evaluation of the quality of the physical card for the purpose of trading and valuing it. So, for instance, if you have a card that is covered with mustard stains, that's wrinkled, that has an evil curse on it, that whomever holds it always forgets the punchline of jokes, it would get a low grade. It would not be very well graded. But if it's like, if there's not a lot of demarcations on it, it's me! If the text is centered very well, if there's not frilling on the card, then it gets very high grade. Dunbar says, why does the grading potentially reduce the value of a card? Well, there's two ways in which the grading, from a complete newbie collector's perspective, there's two ways in which that could potentially occur. Oh, and I just like to play this guy, right? Two ways. One is that the physical handling involved in grading the card reduces the value. The second one is if someone was willing to pay you a big stack of cash because you had a Black Lotus, but then you went and got it graded. And as it turns out, based upon the grade that it got, they were like, oh wait, oh my god, I don't value it as much, and now I'm going to pay you less money. I'm going to lose to a Quasting Beast. Chaos to the Quast. Well, it appears that your pal Sean is getting close to death. Planar Cleansing's looking awfully good right now. I don't even have a mana to cast it. Fuck. Alright, I'm going all in. Oh! Himself a little bit of a cold. Now, keep in mind, Dunbar, this is only through my very, very, very limited knowledge of how this Shiatsu works. I'm joking with a little flick. Yeah, death is back. My head is gone. My name is Sean. What do I think about this shit? I mean, I probably do need... I think I'm okay. This is for... I'm a little light on the kills for that big bad boy, huh? Whatever, man. I'm YOLOing in. I feel great. I should get, like, a regular common from the current set, like, graded. Get, like, a 9.5 grade. On, like, just something really bland, like a Rosemane Centaur. Well... if I have the fires, things aren't so dire. Boop. Do it, play the cat. Here's my 9.5 grade Hunted Witness. Ah, yes. I think the whole idea of, like, supply and demand market economics is so fascinating, given that, like, in the modern day and age. Some random green enchantment destruction, return to nature, yeah. Given that, like, so many products are digital and essentially, therefore, have infinite demand, or excuse me, infinite supply. Yeah, I'll get rid of this guy. Seems good to me. Alright, get rid of this guy. That also seems good to me. I mean, I guess. Nice. I'm realizing now that its X Frosty is actually not as much. Each player discos a card. Is not as much of the dirty. Well, let's discard that. Is not as much the dirty cat oven player, but is actually more of just like a mid-range Golgari deck that happens to have some of the cat package in there. This I did not realize. This I did not know. Oh my god, the rankle will kill me. Boy, that really blow. It's probably going to be discarded draw as well. Yeah. Well, just take a little pain, my friendo. Let's just get the nuts, huh? Oh, baby. See, there's the Golgari decks that are basically built so heavily around the cat that what they hope to do is like Midnight Reaper with the kitties. They hope to like Trail of Breadcrumbs with the kitties. Sometimes a Great Henge with the kitties. So they can do like a ton of drawing. This one is, I think, a little bit more intelligently constructed and a little bit more conservative in that regard. To where it's, you know, you have Rankles, you have the Death Boys, the Stabby Snake Men, Questing Beasts. And so I think that given that, I probably would not have boarded out some of the things like time wipes actually seem pretty reasonable. I think we're actually literally going to win right now. Because Frosty is forced to ping us for 1 to draw a card. That's like a forced play because Frosty's dead on board. Because we swing in for like 1 billion damage. Oh, Devout Decree is like so good here. Oh, Davriel, no fucking way. No way! Oh, shit. Well, parts. Well. Well, you know, that shit happens. You know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, 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 the cow is back. Yeah, 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 the cow is back. Back. Yeah, I mean, I could have kept in Lava Coils, I could have kept in... I mean, there's a lot of changes. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, look at this. We get to keep this one lander because we have the Sphinx of Get Land. Submit. Yeah, Day 9 is back. Jesus, that song is like... That's like a virile song. That's bad. That song is so stuck in my head. I'm almost glad it's something other than gooey. I listened that song to death. I listened till I came out the other side. Jesus. Well, what are you gonna do? We're against Azorius counter shit. virile, as in the song spreads itself around. Gets you. Viral? No, virile. V-I-R-I-L-E. It's much more of a sexual energy to it, you know what I mean? It's getting in there. And it just infects your brain, man. I did it. I'm the best. Alright, how do I want to get countered now, huh? So the Brazen Borrower's down, and this is like the big ol' win condiciones. So if I play a Fires of Invention first... Well, let's just do this in a pretty basic way. On board and Shifting Ceratops. Man, Shifting Ceratops would dunk on this so hard. Goodbye. And then I'll play another Brazen Borrower. I think we might be dead. I'm gonna play the Flappy Blocker first. You're actually... Holy guacamole. Really? Alright, Rookie 04. Sure. Seems good to me. We could do with a Narset. So I'm going to swing with the Sphinx of Foresight because I kind of feel like some type of draw-itty-doo-dah is coming up soon. This gives the opportunity to like have a Brazen Borrower-y friend. Return this, and then we can play probably into a counter. That's a very hurtful one for our agenda. Having the Sphinx of Foresight on the board is pretty nice as a blocker, so we might just be real careful here. And stop swinging after this. It might behoove Rookie 04 to just smash down the other Brazen Borrower, but this could be a signal that there's like maybe not as many counters in the hand. Could also mean that there's like plenty of counters and we're totally screwed. You know, could be many things. No. Ah! So I'm probably going to swing with my Sphinxy friend. You know, I actually changed my mind about this. I think I want this at the bottom because I don't think I should smash the Fires of Invention down at this point. What? What? Care. Well, I mean, if I can swing with this guy now, like, I guess the only danger here is bounce and then also a Brazen. Yeah. I guess there's a mass manipulation. I guess, and then we just like go tap tap. That's more reasonable. Never in 1 million years. Again, I think mana is going to be helpful for us here. Oof, you never want to see it. Oh. I mean, this now looks very much so like an end-of-turn BB. Shoot her! I am so confused. Very well.
For my excellent timing. Oh, I've done the hero thing.
So I gotta do this first. Pick off this puppy. I'm just like confused. Just wall-to-wall confusion. So I mean, I allege that there's no counter. Am I full of shit? Yeah, okay. Totally full of it. It's happened before. It'll happen again. That's, in a way, helpful for us. There has not been the most number of counter spells here, huh? Looks a wee bit desperate. Again, another main phase. What now? I'm glad I changed up my plan and started to really favor getting a lot of land on the battlefield, because now I actually feel like I can do stuff even though... It's probably going to be another Chemisters. I mean, this does not look great for Rookie 04. Lumacy says, why is Kenrith usually a 1-of in Fires decks? Like, most players only do 1 or 2, but he seems like a perfect mana sink for the Fires deck. First of all, he doesn't have a good enter the battlefield effect. Cavalier of Flames lets us discard and then redraw, and when Cavalier of Flames dies, it pings for damage, which is very nice. The big benefit is the trample. It doesn't do any damage buffing in the way that Cavalier of Flame does. Really, we want to be able to do some big burst. The draw a card is super slow. The gain 5 life is super slow. These are, for the most part, like, I'm going to call it like 80% irrelevant, 90% irrelevant. It's really all about this one. So really, Kenrith, you can think of as, I want 5 Cavaliers of Flame in there. That's the way to think of it. I want the 5 Cavaliers of Flame. I think we should do both of these on this because mass manipulation and instant speed is scary. Bang in a bomb. This is a day 9 deck original. Super no. I'm definitely not good enough to make decks like this. Unless I'm spending like a week and a half working on one deck. He minused it? That's correct. Which is why I want to attack it on this turn, because if I wait till next turn, he gets the opportunity to plus, which then means we're up against instant speed mass manipulation. Because remember, the question is, should I attack the face, or should I attack this nerd? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so we can get 2. Yeah, we're pretty... Well... I mean, that's pretty good. I believe we are up against an instant speed time wipe. So the only way to live through an instant speed time wipe is to do this for the lifelink. Rookie will respond. Rookie should respond with the time wipe here, if that's what Rookie wishes to do. Which will make Rookie not have enough mana to replay this for a lethal threat the following turn. So this is the only play that lets us,
I won't let you win.
in a comfortable fashion, not die to what appears to be a time wipe. And I'm also not going to play into what... Yes, I mean, this is probably going to get time wept. It just looks so much like time wipe that I don't want to play my Cavalier of Gales. I think I'm doing this correctly. So that's also good, because that's pretty basic. Play Aroni. Is there really no time wipe happening? It's just going to be a Vantress? Really? And, like, not even a Chemister's Insight? I mean, that's just weird.
No, I am not making this up as
So maybe there is a mass manipulation in the hand. Basically, a lot of my logic is relating to the fact that there have been multiple opportunities to, like, play some Brazen Borrowers. And those did not get played. If we look at this, we have Teferi, Chemister's Insight. We have a pair of Dovin's Vetoes. I think there's only been 1 or 0 absorbs. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because, like, if there haven't been counters for the many very reasonable to counter plays, there has to be something good that our opponent is not playing. We can get some of our junk back. mean, maybe Chemist's Insight into a Mystic Dispute or something like this?
Stand by and watch. I'll protect you.
I mean, maybe Rookie 04 is, like, actually in quite a pickle right now.
Here we go.
You know. Alright, well, I'll go down to 5. I think it's really just an instant speed mass manipulation that just hurts me a lot. So I think I have the play to do. That's actually pretty good. As in, like, that's pretty good for us. Okay, so that's your instant speed. Mass manipulation. So we're gonna go to 1 here. So, Rookie's going to let this resolve. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to discard this, which is fine. All right, we have our Cavalier. We do this, and we do this to pump once. At this point, this is going to gain haste. I'm then going to attack this, at which point Rookie is going to mind control this. I have some certainty that... I mean, this looks exactly like a mass manipulation. Take control of this, at which point I'm going to Justice Strike this to deal X damage to each opponent, each planeswalker they control. No? Okay. Maybe wait until end of turn to mass manipulation. What I can't do is I can't play the Bonecrusher Giant, because then we just basically instantly lose to this thing. Does its death ability kill you? No. If it deals X damage, when this dies, deals X damage to each opponent, each planeswalker they control, or X the number of cards in the graveyard. So, oh, okay, it's a Castle Ardenvale. This is also fine. So if my opponent tried to mass manipulate this, I would kill my own Cavalier and immediately ping them in the face. They mass manipulate, they still have Teferi out. I'm never gonna remember this. Never will I ever. Never will I ever, man. Teferi, for whatever reason, the passive just like so never registers. Hey, I was right. They did have a time wipe back then. This is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I can draw an untapped land, that would be good. Bing and a bong, and we're going to Wong. Can't wait to just win Ugh, that sucks. Alright, we have to do this one first. We don't have lethal, unfortunately, because there's these bastards that can generate thingies. Okay, let's put... It seems to be about all I can do. Seems to be about all I can do. So no counter spells. Alright, that's what I got. So if it's like Brazen Borrow this and then Brazen Borrow at end of turn we die. It's a couple ways to die, but I keep thinking that Rookie 04 is like about to kill me and then like Rookie 04 just like doesn't. Rookie 04 seems to have not had even half the threats that I've been worried about this game. Oh, who's such a perfect little gray cat? It's Despy. Fine. The fact that this shuffles this does hurt. Well, maybe I should have done this first. Ta-da! Jesus. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. Oh shit, that's how we die? Fuck. Alright, we lost. Alright, I definitely think we can win against this deck. Is this gold tier? Yeah, man. It is the 1st of December. 2nd of December, excuse me. And things have reset. I was saying the 1st earlier. Well, that's just wrong. What do I want the last 2 puppies to be? That looks good. Dude, I can't wait for my neck to feel better. I like cannot freaking wait. Let's see here. This hand is... It's okay. I mean, really, Legion Warboss is like the best thing. Anyone else hate the Cauldron meta? You know, I learned to love the Cauldron meta because Casualties of War is a card. I mean, Casualties of War just shits on Cauldron meta, like, disgustingly hard. I think that, like, green-black, it is still so legit. It's just so powerful. Like, just due to Casualties of War, it's, like, so good. Alright, so we did it. We win. Woohoo! Bam! I think we just let the Legion Warboss win the game. No reason to do any plays on this turn. When we have this instant speed Bonecrusher action going on. I think I have to decline and just let it go to the bottom. So this has to come down now because I do not want to be up against a Chemister's Insight, and this is the worst card in my hand. The rest of my hand is relatively gassy. This is an incredible card in this matchup. Okay. Alright, we're doing some pain. I'm going to keep doing these not-so-good cards to force Rookie to have the counters and prevent Rookie from spending mana on draws.
I have crafted just the trick for this.
I don't know how great Narset is in that deck. Oh, this is all incredible stuff. Okay, so this is now this is going to force out the Dovin's Veto that is reasonably likely in the hand. And now Rookie, I think, still might feel pressured to just time wipe right now. It's actually not a good sign at all for our friend. Yeah, so this is going to be death for Rookie now. So this is strong evidence that there is either no counter or that our opponent is 100% time wiping on the following turn. 2 bottom. I've called everything that's happened this game, so now we just gotta... Okay, 2 top, no mass. Overreached my brain juice. Bye, everyone. Alright. So this is the last one that we're totally comfortable with this getting countered. Totally comfortable. This would be ruinous for Rookie, but now we're in a situation where we have Fires Cavalier. Fires Kenrith is great. If there's a counter here, that will be shocking to me. And there is not. So we're going to run Kenrith out. It's because we can immediately hasty. King of the Elks. Please and borrow. Yeah. Okay. I play Brazen Borrower and I'm out of juice. Looks like our Bonecrusher is going to get some good work in. No, maybe, you know, Cavalier of Gales seems like a very strong card to just slam a jam. Maybe get a land down. That was the exact order I want them in. Rookie's hunting. Oh, top to bottom. You love to see it. Good. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. I think we're in grandy dandy shapey wapey. We played around the counters we needed to play around on the turns we needed to play around them. Dried out our opponent, and it felt great. Wonder what deck I want to build tomorrow on our try-hard day. I keep forgetting that the damn ladder resets like so frequently. It is like a really frequent. We're on the draw, huh? I don't think that this hand is good enough. That hand is incredible. Oh my. Goodbye. This might be a wait till turn 4. I mean, I look like I'm just waiting until I get to Fires of Invention. I mean, that's exactly what this looks like. Oh, and our opponent is not feeling good on 3. Absorb into Dispute. Let's get that Aether Gust out of there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright. Tough position. Ah, yes, a Teferi. How amazing would it be if we just peeled the land off the top and just kept Dovin's Veto up? Oh, oh yes. Great, great. And it's just like land's time wipe, and I'm like, oh. You know what is gonna be hilarious is the first sending of this back to the hand. What will then be subsequently hilarious is when it comes down, I play Prison Realm, and there's just not enough juice to counter. By sending it back first, instead of Prison Realming it first, we give Rookie 04 the opportunity to, again, spend all the mana on the God Eternal Kefnet. So now that we've given our opponent, again, the opportunity to do this, we can play this, get this one out. Did I not call this in game 1? Did I not call this in game 1? I was like, dude, let's just go to sideboarding and win with Legion of War Bosses. Legion of War Boss still an absolute all-star. Lauren says, my girlfriend was watching streamers who didn't know the camera was on YouTube. I saw Day 9 when Toast accidentally didn't have his mask on. It was amusing to see him while watching someone else. I don't remember this at all. I don't remember that moment even remotely. Am I gonna get there? Probably not. Whoa, land, okay. Let's definitely send the Sacred Foundry back home and use our amazing Sphinx of Get There. Healer of Light said, well played, sir. Oh my god, was that you, Healer of Light? Or are you just saying well played because you thought I played well? Who are you? Identify yourself. That's a good one. And this is, seems like a reasonable one as well. Yeah, we'll get there with all of these. Great, 3 on the top. The leg eye on War Boss. Dismal back fat. Okay. We're not against an ordinary Simon. We're up against the Simon to end all Simons. What is this? Is this? What is this? Is this a Sinister Sabotage? Alright, I'm just slamming my threat. Okay, it's not a Sinister Sabotage. So I think that maybe I did a goodie. Okay, it's a Bewevel. Is good. That is such a good play. I'm going to do it on my turn. Simple Simon said to the pieman, "Give me your pies." Taking a very simple approach here. Well, I went to bed this morning at 5 a.m. and then had a full day of work starting at 9. It's 9 p.m. here, I'm going to bed. Have yourself a very heavy sleep, my friend. Oh my god, no! Don't, no! You're such a dick, no! This hand sucks! You know, we're just gonna get the red Cavalier and blow shit up. Fuck. I hate Narset and I hate Teferi. I actually, like, they don't... Prince Vod says, I know you had the question, but why no Vantress? What do you mean? I have 2. I have 2. Probably the counter spells, probably the Legion War bosses. Planaire Cleansing is probably quite good. Pick the Scryland over the Vantress during Dream, because I had no available mana and I wanted to scry immediately. I mean, flatly getting the scry land that comes in tapped and requires no mana to scry is going to be strictly better there because we would not have been able to make benefit of the Vantress for a few turns. And we're not like a long-term value boy. Ooh, this is a very grisly looking hand. Okay, that's better. Better. Something like this seems fine. So that's my reasoning, and I'm sticking to it, Prince Odrode. Fucking come on, Simon. I'm actually more comfortable with that. I guess it's fine. I'll just like double fin the deck and get there. Like a baller. But Bugs of Scryland is a 1-mana scry 1. It is a 0-mana scry 1. It is an absolutely no mana necessary scry 1. Which is great. Josh, is there anything else in damage to grow out his beard? I hate having a beard so much. I hate beards! Bug says, but it enters tap, so it uses the mana you would have for an untapped land. I mean, I guess, but that I don't. I feel like that's a weird, a weird way to say that. Because I'm not spending any mana. There's enough situations in which that's different that I think it's probably better to just say it enters tapped. I have 4 mana tapped, so I want to be able to play the thing that just scries for free and enters tapped. Okay, let's see here. Alright, so I do this. And if there's plays that one of you would have done differently than another one. You're always allowed to do plays differently when you're playing, you know what I mean?
Might be a bad idea.
We're always allowed to do the play that you want to do. That is such excellent value for us. Like, that's a really happy exchange. Howdy, Mega Vega. Yeah, I mean, I actually just generally don't look, because 50 Rings says true, there's pros and cons, like I would get blown out if they killed my fires or something. Absolutely. I mean, that's like... What? Yeah, it resolves. Look at the hand. I'm literally holding a Disenchant, so that's fine. That is absolutely fine by me. Okay. So we have the Mystical Dispute up, and if at end of turn we want to do something else magical, we totally can. Holy shit, I just like I don't have a brain anymore. It's gone. My brain's gone. Let me tell you, the amount of times I've countered something and just been like, Mystical Dispute always counters things, period. I'll never expect it. This is where we see a Nicol Bolas get slammed. Potato, potato. It's the best card. Yeah, I don't like Castle Vantress that much. I find it to be, I mean, it's about as reasonable as an island, is kind of how I feel. I feel like it's the benefit that you are permitted to receive should you put islands in your deck. But it's like, I mean, maybe not even this.
I know my responsibility. Trust me, I have a plan.
I mean, like, spending, like, 5 mana cards to just look at the top 2 cards of the deck, when this deck is actually an incredibly bursty... That's fine. I don't really need this right now. Our deck is incredibly bursty as a big set of win conditions. My sweetie pie. Oh my god, you little sweet kittens make me so happy.
Mind and body should move in unison. Meditate and prepare.
You're a very good cat. Huh. No, I mean...
I've got it.
We're just going to swing in here because our opponent is still going to be able to Narset. Nicol Bolas, I bet. Yes, Pete, you think it's going to be Nicol Bolas, huh? Because I do. Oh, that's so horrible for us.
Prince Chandra, the immolation sensation.
+2 is very good here.
Exploded.
Exploded, whoa.
Past keep
Simon may have us dead. Well, that's, I mean, it helps a little bit. Kill her! Ah! Ugh. I love planeswalkers. Love planeswalkers. Planeswalker passive, I don't know. I don't know about. Spell can't be countered, feels fine. Each opponent can draw more than one card each turn. I don't know. I really don't know about these passives.
Let's get toast.
Alright. It's time to start cooking. We do not look long for this world. Oh god, I love this fucking cat, like, ridiculously much. Fuck. This is a real thin play because if my opponent goes land Nicol Bolas. Woo! I can Pingu this lady. Oh. There's not a lot of good shit in here. Fuck. You got me, the Simon. No, my little star things. You know, I'm actually curious what the other Jeskai list feels like. Hey. This Jeskai Fires list runs the 4 Sphinxes of Insight. It's a much simpler construction. I really freaking hate Shimmer Possibility, like, a lot. Like, I never feel that great about that card. Let's try this simpler Jeskai's Fires list and see what we're working with, huh? It's always interesting to see what different people's takes are on the ideas. Because, I mean, I really love, really super love the Sphinx of Foresight in this list. And running 2, you know, I can wrap my head around it, but come on, the card's dope. Mulligan. Oh my god, these openings suck. Whatever, man. Whatever. You know what? We're gonna get there with just this little pathetic opening hand. Good. Play the goose. Good, fine. Sure. I'll get there. I really love 4X Sphinx. Mega Vega says I love the 4X again. It feels right, you know? Now, I don't run any planar cleansings, which does suck a lot. Probably need to get my Landos. By the way, speaking of Lando, I saw Empire Strikes Back. Movie is alright. Very imaginative. Now, keep in mind, I have seen A New Hope. I've seen The Empire Strikes Back, and that's all I've seen. For the first time. Now, I will state, I think my mom showed it to me when I was like 4. Like 3 or 4. Okay, so this is like an Adventurer's Trail of Crumbs deck. You gonna go for Return of the Jedi next year? Yeah, maybe. Empire's my favorite movie, lol. It's a fascinating movie to me. Because it's very clearly a middle of something. It's like not start of something. It doesn't have a beginning and a middle and an end. It's just like it's just a robust middle. I mean, I may as well. Let's just hurt him for 3. generate 1 mana and look at a permanent. That's how I feel about Two Towers. Two Towers is also a weird movie. Healer of Light says, can't wrap my head around the fact that you're only just watching Star Wars. Well, I think you have to understand what kind of person I am. I'm someone who started playing StarCraft in '98, and that's basically what I did. Went to LAN parties and played StarCraft. Historically, I just don't really watch terrifically many movies anyways. I've never been a big movie person. Oh god. So I have actually, just globally, across all forms of media, I have a really weird media Eastwile. Time to crack it. Dude, let me tell you, the one thing I kept thinking when I was watching Empire Strikes Back is like, hot damn, this is one forceful ass Harrison Ford. Oh my god, he's like, you really, really, really like me, you love me like so much, please. It's just like, absolutely like so fucking needy. Sphinx of Foresight, maybe not. Boop. Don't care. Yeah, like, in terms of music, I, like, just kind of stopped listening to radio when I was, like, at the end of high school. There was enough accesses to music that existed, so I started to go down that bender. I wanted to get in comics when I got a little older, so I was like, alright, I will now read the comic books. But I didn't like a lot of the superhero stuff because those worlds felt completely impenetrable to me.
We are the apex predators.
Like super, super, super impenetrable. So I read a lot of self-contained series, like Why the Last Man, which is amazing. Alright, take a little damage here. Lock and Key, which is great. The Watchmen graphic novel, which is excellent. Do I want Teferi here? I don't even think I want Teferi, like, in this matchup, generally speaking. I don't watch almost any shows that are on TV until they've had some sort of pseudo-completed run. And I sort of don't use a lot of recommendation engine things. It's like a really weird slice of... just a really weird slice of media, just across the board. And so with movies, I mean, it's just tons of stuff. Books have whipped on a ton of books. Brown. Star Trek, I actually started watching The Next Generation. I'm only like halfway through season 1, and that thing holds up. I very much so like Star Trek. Oh, you fuck. Alright. Alright, you got it very well. And it's interesting because, like, graphically, and I mean, there's some costumes in the next generation that will make you laugh because they just look so cheesy. They look so cheesy. I mean, even a lot of the suits that people are wearing on the ship are not very flattering to form. Goodbye, goodbye. But man, the ideas in there that are explored in the writing. Oh, it's so good. Ah. I should have shocked that in. That was quite a mistakey for your Palshan to make. I guess I'll wait a turn. Bzz. Bzz. Here I come. I don't want to sacrifice you. Nah. Next Generation Season 2 Measure of Man is one of the best episodes in the entire series. Oh shit, well I have to catch up and catch on and get it on. It's a lot of Cavalier. It's quite a substantive amount of Cavaliering, I will say for myself. And then I'm gonna do just the juiciest, moviest move. I'm gonna Deafening Clarion for damage and the lifelink. Ooh. Swing in for like a billion lifelink. Oh, one of these fucking people. Oh my god. If there's any way that I could just die faster. Oh my god, it's a great henge. This is why I want Casualties of War, man. Oh! Shoot him. Hit him with the 2 damages, man. Bang. And I'll heal, and I'll play this one. Become huge. Should become big. Now, if I just get like a Flappy Flyer, we're close to in business. That's some good bone crushing. I don't think there's anything I can do about it on this turn, though. I genuinely think I just cannot swing here, man. I think I am totally funked. Clarion Stomp Wolf was lethal. If I stomp the wolf... If I Clarion... Stomp the wolf... wait, how does my opponent get out of that one? Was that lethal? Oh my god. That's right, because this taps. Then we couldn't haste in the Bonecrusher, because that's 3 spells, but that doesn't matter. If the wolf eats the food, the wolf's tapped. If we go... shock this, and then we Deafening Clarion, this is either tapped or dead. So, yeah, we whiffed it. Maybe another day. If we stomp the Innkeeper, they immediately sack the Innkeeper and then this dies. So that line doesn't work. Because remember, if this gets sacked to this, then this does not become an Adventure in Exile. But if we crushed this, and then Clarioned, no matter what, we would have been able to go in. Which is a really subtle line. Like, that's very clever. Meow! Damn, that's a really subtle play. I spiffy whiffied that play. If we Clarion and shot, then we would have had enough mana to pump it twice to kill. That's slick. There is yet hope for us. Oh, shit, I thought I passed through this. Resolve. Boom. Okay. Good. This is game one, man. This is actually, I think, the biggest issue that people are having with cat decks. It's not that there's any unfairness. They're just literally slow games. Yes, please. Please. Pass. And if I pass, is there a lethal on the board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, but it's pretty close to us being a dead dude faster, sooner rather than later. It's a long game. Okay, so what do we do? We draw Temple of Epiphany, which doesn't fucking help anything at all. It's kind of neat. Yeah, so we're dead. Man, that lethal play was tough to see. That was a tough to see lethal play. Okay, what's the best way to kill this bastard? I don't like the sideboard in this nearly as much as the other one. Clarion has a lot of targets. Man, there's no Prison Realms. I'm really feeling that in this matchup. I mean, I guess it's just Gus and Devout Decree need to come in, but I don't know what gets cut. What do we cut? What do we cut? People are suggesting what to go in. What do we cut? You can never think about what to add before you think about what to cut. What do we cut? What do we cut? Bonecrusher Giant doesn't seem especially amazing. I just hate these stupid Shimmers of Possibility more than anything. So, I mean, I want to do something like this. Something like this, something vaguely like this. Dude, I think Shimmer Possibility is a fucking terrible card in this deck. Very nice starting hand. Very, very happy to see it. Very, very happy to see it. There it is. Submit? Yeah, show me what I got. Okay, so get the... No. Be smart, Day 9. Be smart and be vigilant. Done. Hellfire says, happy 3 years, Mr. Day 9. Thank you for being a beacon of positivity in this murky world. Wishing you the best in the kitties. Why, thank you, my friend. That's very kind of you to say on a day when I'm feeling a little grumpy. I am always grumpy when I have pulled a muscle in my neck. Because first of all, I know exactly what is causing it, and then I keep just spacing it, and then my body reminds me. This year's been a grumpy year for me regardless, so. Happy that I've either built up enough credibility, or it's not nearly been bad to the degree that I have felt that it has been bad. Well, Darius this year's been grumpy for lots of us. Yeah, there's a real generalized problem with the year. I just want to take this moment to showcase why I love so much having 4 Sphinx of Foresights in there. Because first of all, increases the probability that you get to fix your opening draw with the Scry 3. But also, I can go Fires of Invention and then boom, Sphinx of Foresight. Edge wall douchebag. Seriously, Nancy says, just getting over pulled muscle in my leg today, but I hit a new personal record on both squat and bench press. Man, hell yeah, seriously, Angsty, man. You ripped bastard. That'll do. I mean, I'm already pretty sure of what the game plan is going to be. Kenrith. Sphinx will do fine. Healing! I might want 2 Kenriths in here. X-Shock says, hey, wondering if you were getting the OMG Kitten Secret Lair card art. Dude, I gotta be honest. I just totally don't even pay attention to cosmetics. I can just feel it in every game I've ever played. I just care so little. Because there's just like so much good gameplay out lately. I mean, there is so many great ways to spend your time as a fucking nerd, man. Oh, nerd life right now? Congratulations. You've won yourself a Teferi. Trail of Crumble. Don't need it, don't want it. I'm gonna deal quite a lot of damage here. Happily do this for 0. Happily do this for 0. Look at this art. Look at this guy just chilling. And like, you can see his horses run away. Oh, it's so great. Give me this. What is the goal? What's the goal, Leisha? Coming in. Dun. So, is this Laika saying that Laika needs a target on the battlefield for something? What said something is, no one knows. No blocks can't be right. Yeah, man, throw the cat in front of the king. Guess which player would like to draw a card? This one. I did it, I won. I'm the best. Excellent. I guess I keep everything the same way because I'm the best. King Day 9. So, dude, what's the best competitive esportsy thing you've consumed in the last, say, 2 weeks? And Home Story Cup doesn't count because I've already praised the shit out of that and watched almost all of it. Beep Beep Hammer Robots says Dragon Ball Fighter Z Japan Tour. Oh shit! How is that game? Yeah, I'll cling to this. This is why I like 4 of these. Whoa! I want all of them active. Bing and a bong. Things. Have you enjoyed the new Star Wars game so far? It's. I think it's great. It's not. Damn. Damn. I'm a wishful man. I can't make use of the scry. Does that matter? It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't. Okay. I would describe it as a game that it's like pretty much like 8 out of 10 in every regard you could evaluate. Like in every regard you could evaluate. I mean, the story's solid, the level design is solid, the combat's solid. I would say zero revolutionary. It's not like you're going to see the combat system and be like, oh, I've never seen anything like this, and it doesn't really elicit a feeling that I've never had in another game. But it's fucking great. Show me what you got. And then I want to be able to put the card into my hand so you can see it. Counter-Strike this tournament's pretty good. Who is performing well? This girl says the Grand Finals is pretty much any major Smash Ultimate tournament. I haven't watched much Smash U, but I do watch pretty reasonable quantity of Melee. Let's go ahead and name the Witch's Oven. Boop. Then it says, well, I've enjoyed the videos of your streams on YouTube. Thanks for those Fallen Order moments. Ah, yes, like yeeting my body right off the train at the very beginning. Black-Eyed HS says CSGO is my favorite esports to watch. I think Counter-Strike Go might be the all-round best esport ever made from pretty much any perspective, except for one. There's only one perspective that I think you could have any critical element. When I say any perspective, I mean obviously my favorite game is StarCraft, obviously. But there is a real barrier of intuition to getting into that game, to getting into League, to getting into Dota, any game that has like some sort of strategy-esque component to it. Oh, that's some good bone crushing. So that you need to have a ton of knowledge to even understand what the heck's going on. But my god, Counter-Strike is like intuitive. We got hide and seek in there, man. It's tense. High skill. The only way in which I think Counter-Strike struggles, I think it's really the only thing that I can even be critical of it in any regard, is that it's terrorist versus counter-terrorist. Ah! I mean, that's pretty fucking bad, man. That is not good for getting sponsors. I will just nuke some stuff here. And I think pretty much 100% of any game that is interesting at all of them require kind of like a whole shitload of knowledge to like get into appreciating all that good jazz. like all of them. Traditional sports, football requires a lot of knowledge, soccer requires a lot of knowledge. Yeah, Overwatch is a game I find to be utterly incomprehensible. Ugh. I think I'm doing a trade here. I don't know, man. But I mean, like, any game that someone says that you need no knowledge to watch it, like, I find that 100% of games that have, like, ever existed, you just need a shitload of knowledge, man. You just need, like, a lot of knowledge. I think I'm dead here. You know, I think I've talked about this before. There are a few things I dislike more than the phrase easy to learn, difficult to master. I hate that phrase, man. Friggin' hate that frickin' phrase, man. Oh, oh! I think we have to turn off the Giant. I think that's also not going to do it. Hate easy to learn Difficult to Master. I hate it so much because, like, all these games are hard to learn. All these games are hard to learn. All these games that people love to be like, oh, it's so easy to learn, it's difficult to master. Fuck. The reason I hate it is that, like, I just don't. I find there's essentially no examples of it being true, and it's often used as like a goal. We want our game to be easy to learn and difficult to master. Let's see. Do I Aether Augustus? Do I just place it to the top? I think I might have to. One of those phrases that sounds good, but I don't think really conveys anything new or interesting. So, I mean, I really gotta shut this puppy down, huh? Okay. Okay, I think I have like a very thin way out of this. I have no idea what's happening. Why did Leica pass through? We're the best player here. The thing that's interesting is that, like, a lot of things that people say are easy to learn, what happened is they've had some sort of click where they get it. I understand the principles at hand. And it finally makes sense. Yeah, I assume that maybe Leica was trying to go to combat and then forgot the Love Struck Beast needed the 1/1. Bam! There it is. Pow. Boom. Blam. Blah. This can only attack if you control 1/1, but it can block. So we do this first. What do I need here? I think I actually don't need that. So I'm in emergency mode, man.
Show remorse.
Well, that's okay, but it's not incredible. Oh, fuck. Well, that is bad news. Goodbye, my bony friend. Is there any tool? I think I have a single time wipe. You bastard. I'm dead! Alright. Yeah, I liked our other list more, almost. Here's what I would do. Kind of liked this one. Kind of want more of these. I actually am gonna. I would do like just this change. Because I like the way that this one kind of sideboards itself. Yeah, because I really like these. The Narset hurt often, like often hurt. I think there's an argument to be made that, you know, Sean, they tried to put in a bunch of Sphinx of Foresights, but you know what wound up happening? They just kept finding that if they could just look deeper, they could get a Fires of Invention more consistently, and that could very well be true. But, I mean, just having a couple of these low guys was nice. I just really don't know how to play Shimmer of Possibility. Maybe I'm just a weak player. But, like, against Control, we cut these two, these four, and these two. And then we have, like, a ton of sideboards, sort of sideboarding options. If we're up against aggro decks, I mean, really, maybe what we do is we actually do cut these Sphinx of Foresights, because they're just not the best against the aggro. And we just start putting in some Devout Decrees. Like, if we're up against aggro, what would we cut? We would probably cut, you know, maybe just like the 3 Teferis and put in these 3 Devout Decrees. I find this much easier and clearer to do the sideboarding. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to see you tomorrow because I am going to go get chicken. When I'm done getting chicken, I will eat the chicken. And then, tomorrow, I'm going to be playing Magic all day. Bye, you. Wednesday, I'm flying to the Myth Championship. Thursday's rehearsal. And Friday. That's when it begins. A lot of Magic this week, and I hope to see you then as well. Have a good night.